The following portion of the Arizona Daily Mix is sponsored by the Arizona Myeloma Network.
When it comes to cancer, there are many different types, but what they all have in common is the people helping to take care of those who are dealing with the disease. Joining me is Barbara Cavanaugh, CEO of the Arizona Myeloma Network, and Robert Coleman, CEO of Bulletproof, who is helping caregivers with the support they need to help patients. How are you doing?
Oh, we're doing fine. Thank you. Thank you for having us here.
It's always a pleasure here. And I mentioned in our beginning about what you do with your network, and that is about helping those caregivers have somewhere to go to find out information, support, and everything. And that's so important, especially when you're dealing with a person who's going through cancer.
Yeah, it is important. And you know, sometimes people will give you statistics about how many people have cancer every year. Well, we're not statistics. It's actually more important to think about what happens after you hear that terrible three little words. You have cancer, he has cancer, she has cancer, your child has cancer. Your whole life changes. And so there's such a need for people like us, and you'll hear from Robert as well, to have someone to turn to, not just for general support, which is important, but also for information and resources, because there are really important decisions you as a caregiver have to make.
Yeah, which is so important there. And that is about meeting people, bringing people together, and that's where Mr. Coleman comes in. Tell me how you two came to meet, and then we'll find a little more about what Mr. Coleman's doing here.
Nothing happens by chance. You know, this was something that was planned by God. You know, God knows her mission. He knows what he has her doing. And so I tell people, you know, a coincidence means two. And so the coincidence means the two of us, we met because it was in divine order for us to meet. We met actually through my sister. She met my sister before she met me, and my sister and I are really close. And so I love what she's doing. I've had two parents and a sister who was diagnosed with cancer. So cancer touches everybody. And so with my company, Bulletproof, you know, we are a success training platform that is kingdom based. And so we show people that, you know, through faith and through believing and through understanding that you are being a citizen of God's kingdom, that there's nothing that you can't do, there's nothing that you can't achieve, including conquering and overcoming cancer. And so we're lending all of our efforts with what Barbara's doing to help support her mission.
I like that. And one of the mission that you two are really wanting to focus on, and that is the younger generation, because it's somebody that we kind of like forget that are becoming caregivers for their family members, their partners, or their friends or somebody, and that is where the spiritual and again all comes into for the younger people to start learning and having a network, because they probably don't think they have a support because they think it's all for the older people.
Well, and also very often the children who have cancer are really almost like segregated from the rest of the other children and from, you know, some of the normal activities. So when they have in their own family, either not only their parents, but it can be friends who are kind of including them and still treating them like people, not like a cancer patient.
Well, I love that the two of you are teaming up this way to help those who are dealing with the disease. Tell us where we can find more about your company and how people can get involved.
Well, the website, go to my website. It's gobulletproofctv.net. Again, Bulletproof is a success-based, kingdom-based platform. I do a call every Friday. Every Friday, I've been doing this call now for over 15 years. People call in from all over different cities to get their dose of Bulletproof every Friday morning. It's 8 o'clock a.m. Arizona time. I do have one event every year. This year the event is going to be, and Barbara's going to be a part of that event. It's going to be Saturday, October the 10th here in Arizona, and we have keynote speakers that come on and share their testimonies and their stories on how they've been able to achieve different things in life.
I love it. Barbara, we thank you for bringing him in. We thank you for always coming here and giving this information, which is so important. We do have it over on the CW7AZ.com website to find out more. I appreciate you too. Thank you very much.
The preceding portion of the Arizona Daily Mix was sponsored by the Arizona Myeloma Network.